Well, 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 look at this! S-Class, look at that, 29 and 5. Welcome back to No Man's Sky, everyone. Jason here, and today I'm going to show you how to find an amazing hot rod fighter, okay? This thing looks really sweet. And before we get too deep into it, I don't want to forget, I always find my ships on the NMS Coordinates Exchange. Always. If you see a ship location on here, 99% of the time it's going to be from them. Now, if I find it myself or if someone tells me about something, I'll share that and I'll make sure to give the person credit, whoever did that. And in line with that, I want to make sure that Kurgan gets credit. Kurgan is like an expert ship finder over on NMS Coordinates Exchange. He finds tons of them, so definitely be on the lookout for Kurgan stuff. But this all credit goes to Kurgan. He found this. So let's jump into it. But before we do, remember all the rules. You're going to need a portal, and you're going to need all the glyphs. That way you can get to those locations. You also need to be in Euclid. You need to be in the starter galaxy for this to even work at all. Now, the other thing I would recommend is you want an economy scanner in your ship. Now, this is the one we got last time. Look at this thing. I'm beefing it up. Slowly but surely, I'm beefing it up. But in your starship, you want an economy scanner. I have mine right here. Whoop, that's the conflict. This is an economy scanner right here. This will allow you to scan for trade posts, okay? And in this one, we're doing traditional ship hunting, meaning it's not a crashed ship. So if you came for a crashed ship, sorry, this one's not crashed. We're waiting for it to spawn and land. And the best way to do that is to go to a trading post. So you're going to want to, you don't need an economy scanner. You can find a trading post on your own, but it's really hard. If you have an economy scanner, it just marks it for you, so you don't even have to look for it. It just literally marks it for you. So I would recommend you use that. But let's jump into those coordinates for everyone trying to, get to those coordinates real fast. All right, so we do all this stuff, blah, 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 blah. Now we're going to activate our portal. Now here's the address. Now either, pause the video, take a screenshot, whatever you need to do. But bird, sunrise, the starship, the boat, the Triforce, the ship again, starship, the hot air balloon, the Triforce, yep, Triforce, the spider or the beetle, whatever you want to call it, the dino, the trivial pursuit sign, and then this is the last one, so get ready to take a screenshot or pause the video. It's a dino. Now, before everyone jumps off and goes over and does this, remember, turn off your multiplayer. Turn it off. You don't want, number one, at this point, you don't want the game to crash because the game has been really laggy and crashy ever since everyone's been on quarantine, so everyone's playing it, and because everyone's playing it, it kills the game. So turn off your multiplayer. If you don't know how to do that, go into your pause menu, go all the way over to the right into your options menu right there, and under network, make sure your multiplayer is disabled. Because if it's enabled, it's great. You play with other people, but if they take the ship, it's gone. Like if a good S-Class lands, they can take it and you're out of luck. Or it'll crash your game. So make sure to do those things. So once you've landed on the other side, take in for a second this amazing planet. Look at this thing. That is really cool. I love this planet. It's like a shade of red. I love that. Okay. So, once you get into your starship, you can take off. And we're not looking for a specific location because it's not a crashed ship. Again, it's not a crashed one. This one's in the wild. So, if you go down on your D-pad, go all the way to the left, and this only happens if you have an economy scanner. You need an economy scanner. So, down on the D-pad for your quick menu, go all the way to the left to the gear. Select that one and then go over to this little symbol right here. It says scan for trading outpost. Scan. There you go. Trading outpost detected. It's going to tell you where one is. So there's our trading outpost. Now, if you don't have a trade or an economy scanner, you could just fly really low and look for one, and it's going to take you a while. Is this a volcano? Oh no, it's not. It just looks like one because of the red grass. Wow, it looked like a volcano for a second. Anyway, but Yeah, so you're just going to be flying really low and you're going to let these buildings load in, or I would always recommend just get an economy scanner. It is way easier to do that. But we're going to fly up into the atmosphere, and let's head over there because we fly faster in our atmosphere. Now let's boost over there. Oh, it's on the dark side of the planet. All right. Now there is a trick to doing this. There's a couple different ways to wait for the ships to come in. The traditional way is to just land. You want to land right here. And then you want to put down a save beacon. That way you can manually save your game, because this might take a while. Oh, we need 2 metal platings, so let's do that real fast. 1, 2. You want to put down a save beacon because, again, you can make a manual save just in case something happens to your save. Like if your game crashes in the middle of this, you don't want to start over from scratch all the way to the beginning. And 2, in case something goes wrong, like if you pick up a ship and your game saves or crashes before you get to the portal, you want to at least have that there for you. So we're just doing a quick look. Now, the traditional way is to wait around for your first couple of waves, wait around for about 3 to 5 minutes, and let all the ships land, and there you go. You're good to go. And once you have gone through those first couple of waves or whatever, you just reload your save. You just keep reloading your save over and over and over again. But there's a different way to do this. Now, you can force everything to respawn by going all the way up into the atmosphere. You have to leave the atmosphere. And we're going to actually use our save beacon to go right back to it. So, once you leave the atmosphere, fly out a few seconds, because you have to take it time to, you have to give it time to reload. Now you can turn around and, oh, there's our save beacon right there, that star. That's our save beacon. That means that's a trading outpost. So let's fly back. Now we're giving it time to, well, let's see what this is. It better not be a, man, he always gets me with these little trading ships. But yeah, you don't want it to, oh, I forgot what I was going to say. You need to go out and give it time to reload. And you also want to go right back to it. Now, instead of landing, don't land. Don't land at all. Because you can also scan your different ships. Now, in order to do that, you need to go into first person. So switch over to first person. And now you see those over there. If you hit left and right on the D-pad, that will actually tell you which ship it is and what it looks like. And so you can see it over on the right-hand side over there. I can see that, the anvil of the Achenog. And, I don't want that one. No, don't want that one. That's an explorer. I don't want that one. And if you turn your ship slightly, it'll kind of show you what it looks like. No, 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 no. And you can just cycle through all the ships that are flying in, okay? That way you can say, okay, I don't want any of these ships. Oh, wait a minute, we might need this one right here. That's the one we're looking for. I wasn't paying attention to it at all. Please don't fly away, please don't fly away. And look at that, we're lucky. On our first wave, we got it. Now it is an A-class with 27 inventory and 5 technology inventory. But look at that thing. That thing looks cool. Now, you can always wait around. Like, this is an A-class. Eventually, you'll get an S-class. If you don't want to upgrade, that's fine. But we could talk to him right now. We don't want to sell. We don't want to buy him from him. We want to make an offer on his ship. And there's your positions. Now, every time you reload, or every time you go out into space and come back, it forces a reload. But anytime you do that, it's going to change your inventory. So your inventory is going to get bigger or smaller, and these boxes will change positions. So sometimes this corner will fill out, sometimes it won't. There is a limitation. You see the highlighted white square? That's as many as you can get. So you can't get any of these on the outside. So this is not a max level ship. It's not a tier 3. Meaning you can't get 48 slots on this. Only haulers can do that naturally. So we're going to have to go to the station, the space station, and buy these anyway. But you can get all these ones on the inside filled out. So think about it like that. And same thing for your technology inventory. So as many times as you want to reload, you can. And you can either do it with a manual reload where you just press start and reload your autosave or your manual save. Or you can just fly out into the atmosphere, into space, and then come back and it forces a reload of the ships locally. Either way, it'll keep doing that. It'll keep changing the ship. Now, it doesn't bother me to take an A-class. I mean, you could sit here and it might take you a long, long time in order to get an S-class. Because S-classes are very, very rare. And because all ships can be an S-class, but you can only have one S-class in the system at a time, it might take a long time for this one to show up as an S-class. But it's possible. I'm going to buy it. And if you want to buy it, at least the A-class, the S-class is going to be more expensive. The B-class and the C-class are going to be less expensive. If you're buying the A-class with this many slots, it's going to be 11 million. So keep in mind, it probably can go up to 20 to 30 million if it's an S-class with a lot more slots in it. So keep that in mind. I'm going to buy it. And now this is my ship. Yeah! So let's go look at this baby. Now, you can reload as many times as you want. Make sure after you do that, like, I already have this one, but if I want to just wait around and see if I can get a better version, you make your manual save right now. That way you already have a version, and I can say, okay, I have at least an A-class in the pocket. I already have an A-class. I can keep reloading and try to get an S-class if I wanted to. So I could come back and say, no, I have a couple hours to kill. I will just do that. Well, look at this. Future Jason here, by the way. And I did camp out for a couple hours in order to get this, but look at this right here. S-class. Look at that, 29 and 5. Now, I'm pretty sure that is the most. It might be 29 and 6 might be the most. I don't know. But this is pretty high up there. So if this is not the most, it's really, really close for inventory slots, by the way. Now, as you can see when I make the offer on the lifeform ship, the inventory is pretty close together, but it might be a little bit different depending on what it generates for you. But look at this. That's my A-class right there. And that's the S-class. Now, look at the stats on that. My damage is up, but my shield strength is lower on the S-class. Now, that is going to be a stat that randomly goes up and down, so I could sit here for another, like, hour trying to get the perfect S-class. I'm just going to take this one and head off. So, we're going to cut back to previous gameplay, and I just wanted to let you guys know I found the S-class. Yeah! I have waited, and just no joke, guys, I have waited 8 hours straight for an S-class, so be ready for that. At this point, it might just be beneficial. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments, but it might just be beneficial just to buy a B or an A-class, whichever good high-level class you can get, and then just upgrade it to an S, because I mean, the stats are going to be variable. You might get 1 or 2% increase. But if you upgrade it to an S-class, it won't be the maximum S-class, but it'll be pretty good. Anyway, let's look around the cockpit. This looks just like my cool little, my fighter, my hot rod fighter, my traditional one that I love. But this one is black and red, which is awesome. I love black and red. I wish they had purple, like really deep purple ships. If you guys know about purple ones, let me know down in the comments. But let's go into our camera mode. I always love doing that because then you can see what it looks like on the inside. But yeah, this is... Look at this thing. Woo! Oh, let's move that sun. We gotta get a good shot of this. Look at that color on that thing. That, my friend, is an amazing hot rod. Look at that. Woo! And I love the little, like, TIE fighter curved wings like that. Those are pretty cool. I mean, the gull wings overall are my favorite, but these ones are pretty close, like second or third. I love the wings that are at weird angles. I don't know what it is. And they're symmetrical, which is always a plus. I need a symmetrical ship. But yeah, that is how you would find it the traditional way. Instead of a crashed ship, which we haven't been able to find any S-classes yet. I'm still looking, and I'm still perusing No Man's Sky Coordinates Exchange. And I'm looking on my own, too. I'm literally searching systems for S-class crashes, and they are hard, if not impossible, to find. So hopefully you guys liked the video. If you did, hit that like button for me, and if you want to see more, subscribe to the channel. I'm uploading videos all the time, and I'll see you guys next time.